Hello, everybody, and let's talk. One of the things we're going to talk about is where I have been as of late. Because a while back I said, I'm going to get back to streaming. I finally managed to fix my internet. And that was true for all of 2 days. After that, my ISP, who started work on the main lines heading out towards where I live. They are currently working to replace those lines with fiber optics, which will increase, it's a good thing for me, but at the same time it means earlier today I couldn't watch a YouTube video at 720p. Yeah. I think the last time I checked, and I'm gonna try and put up a screenshot of what the download speed was, I'd put the upload speed as well, but that, whenever I do a test, will say, something reasonable, like 11 up, when in actuality it's unstable 11 up. So it'll be that way just long enough for the test to go, but I wouldn't be able to stream with it. Trust me, I've tried to do some streams. So that's where I've been, literally sitting here, playing Monster Hunter, other stuff, I think since I last came on, I've been to the dentist for the first time in several years. That was really weird. Yeah. Honestly, I have no idea how long it's going to take my ISP. That's why I'm making this video. To talk with you guys. To not stop communication. To bring back communication. In some shape or form. And I'm going to try and make more of these. They're probably going to be short. They're, if nothing else. But for today's subject. Time. And games' impact on time. Time, in my opinion, is extremely relative. And an example of this is, there is a video that I've watched recently called Spending 24 Hours in VR Minecraft. And it actually exhibits, the person actually mentions an aspect of time being relative. They've just spent 24 real hours in a game, streaming that game. But when you're in VR, it's kind of hard to keep track of actual time. One of the things that you lose is that ability to keep track of actual time, because time is relative. So you start to be able to keep track of in-game time much more easily, in a much greater detail. So you end up with this result of you have felt the passing of 72 days. Because I think that's about how many you can fit. How many Minecraft days you can fit into 24 hours. And this will happen with any VR game. Especially, the more realistic it gets, the more drastic this impact is going to be when there is a time difference. For example, let's say you spend 3 days in VR Skyrim. The time difference is pretty big. It's not as big as Minecraft, but it's still pretty big. So you're going to run into a thing where you will come out of VR and time is going to be different in your eyes, because time is relative. You will have gotten used to Skyrim time. And I think it's an interesting concept, especially because I'm one of the dreamers. My dream for video games is full dive virtual reality. Being able to feel the table in the game, feel the ridges in the table as if it's my fingers touching it, when it's actually just a series of ones and zeros somewhere, someplace on a server, telling me what I should be feeling. Yes, there are probably some health risks. I may not be alive when that's achieved. It may never be achieved, but that's one dream I have for the future of games. And I don't expect it to be all of the future, but I expect a portion of it. Well, hope for a portion of games to be in that division. And honestly, you will probably, anyone who spends large amounts of time in that technology will, unless they are playing something that is matched to their time, like to what their relative time is like, so a 24-hour based scale, there will probably be some dissonance between the virtual world and the actual world, because time is relative. You will have felt as if a week has passed, when it might have only been 5 minutes, because of the way you experienced that week. It's also why time flies when you're having fun. That's where I believe that's where the saying comes from. Time is relative. So when you're having fun and there's more stuff crammed into that time frame, time flies. When there's nothing to do and all you're doing is sitting around, I wish I had something to do, time feels much, much slower. You feel as if that 1 minute was 1 hour. And I've ran into that myself on several occasions. Back when I was actually in school, I ran into it very frequently in certain classes. I'd be like, when's lunch? Can I leave? It was a common occurrence, and it's something that I believe it's something that VR will have to face as an issue, because I do expect VR to become bigger than it is now. I may not see it in my lifetime, but I do expect it to happen. So, I'm pretty sure at some point the technology will have to face that difference in time, that impact on your experience of time. And even if it's only as a warning against using VR, rather than, like, in the warning pages of the manual, you may experience a slight dissociation of your relative time by using this product. Something like that. Even if it's only to that extent, I do expect it to happen at some point. And I wonder what other people's reaction to that will be. Mine is, I expected it. I am not confused by the concept. I'm confused on why it happens. Like, why time is so relative to the person who's feeling it. But I understand the how it happens. That's not the right words. I understand the concept enough to be able to not question when it happens, if that makes more sense. However, maybe VR will never face that as an issue. Maybe other things will pop up, like, for example, I believe now one of the bigger arguments against long-term VR use is drying out your eyes or tiring them out. Maybe issues like that will continue to overshadow issues that some may run into regarding a dissociation of time. Who knows? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and let me know what you all think have to say about my internet. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time. Goodbye, guys.